Hello friends, welcome to My Politics GK host, myself Prithudha Reddy. Today we are going to discuss the important topics for the June 8th, 2021. So today I am going to discuss World Food Safety Day, Seed Mini Kit Initiative, International Nitrogen Initiative, 24th Beamstick Day, Raimona National Park and the YNTAB scheme. Okay, let us discuss what are those. Coming to the first one, actually every 7th June of every year, this is celebrated as World Food Safety Day. Okay, and this Food Safety Day is actually launched by two important agencies. Those are World Food and Agriculture Organization and World Health Organization. So these two agencies have launched this particular day. It has been for the first time it was celebrated in the year 2019. Okay, and from then onwards it's started getting celebrated. And what is the aim behind this particular day? To inspire the action to help prevent and detect and manage the foodborne diseases. Basically, foodborne diseases are very, very dangerous diseases. For example, typhoid, salmonella, okay, and staphylococcus aureus. There are foodborne diseases that are causing diseases to the human beings. So, in order to address them, it's a kind of awareness program that is launched under an international organization called Codex Alimentarius. Codex Alimentarius. This is the agency that was established under the aegis of Food and Agriculture Organization as well as the WHO. And of course, this codex is also headquartered in the Rome city where these two organizations are also headquartered. And in India, the nodal agency for this particular day is um, Food Standards and Safety Authority of India, which is established under Food Standards and Safety Act of 2006. So hence we can say FFSAI is the statutory agency under this particular act. And coming to this Codex Alimentarius, which is the global organization, global agency, as far as the food safety and standards are concerned, it had launched a program called Food Code in order to create an awareness, in order to enforce the guidelines, okay, and also standards as well as the codes of the practices. Codes of practices. This particular food code has been launched by the Codex Alimentarius. Okay, so question may come regarding the Codex Alimentarius as well as the Food Safety Standards Authority of India also. Okay, regarding its establishments, etc. Okay, so these are the two agencies which have launched this particular day. This is what the logo of Codex Alimentarius. And coming to other important issue, that is Center for Science and Environment, which had published this report, that is India's environmental report. Basically, this environment report has specifically highlighted how India is fairly very much bad as far as the achievement of the sustainable development goals is concerned. India's rank in this particular report had dropped from 155 to 177. So you can see how many points India has lost in this particular report. Especially, this report has given the score of 61.9 per a maximum score of 100 to the India. And you'll wonder if you learn that India's performance is well below the countries like Bhutan, Sri Lanka, Nepal, even our neighbor Bangladesh. You can understand how India is faring. And especially from India, you can easily guess which state had fared very well in this particular report is Kerala. Okay. And the second one is, that is Himachal Pradesh, along with the Chandigarh, sorry, Chandigarh. These are the states. Of course, Chandigarh is the union territory. Kerala and Himachal Pradesh had topped this particular list. And coming to the bottom performers, it is Jharkhand and Bihar. These are the poor performers in this particular report. Okay, then coming to Center for Science and Environment, it is a Indian agency, of course, Indian Public Interest Research and Advocacy Organization, which is founded by Anil Kumar Agarwal. Anil Kumar Agarwal. Okay, he is also the director. He is the founder and director. Okay, then coming to the seed mini kit program, you understand how Indian agriculture is very much badly shaped. We are just depending upon more on cereal crops. Okay, and why we are depending on more on cereal crops? Because high yielding varieties are available only in the cereal crops like rice and wheat. But regarding the pulses, oil seeds, we don't have the proper seed varieties. So, and seed availability and accessibility is also very much important. So recognizing this factor, Union Agriculture Ministry had launched this particular program where the farmers are given with the mini kit. Okay, in this mini kit, there will be high yielding variety seeds of pulses, okay, oil seeds like groundnut and soya bean. So these are being provided. Almost all 20 lakh 27,300 pulses kits will be given. 8 lakh soybean kits will be given, and also 74,000 groundnut kits will be given. You may also know that India is importing uh, cooking oil from the other countries. So in order to address that problem, in order to reduce this import burden, in order to improvise the income in the Indian farmers, so this particular scheme was launched. So two agencies have launched. One is National Seeds Corporation. These two agencies implement this particular scheme. National Seeds Corporation. Second one is National Agriculture Cooperative Federation. National Agriculture Cooperative Federation. It is also called NAFED. Okay, which is formed under the Multi-States Societies Act. So it is a cooperative agency which is implementing this particular scheme. And coming to other important current affair, that is an international nitrogen initiative conference. International Nitrogen Initiative Conference. It also focuses upon the achievement of the sustainable development goals. So recently, many conferences, many agencies are specifically focusing upon the achievement of the sustainable development goals. And who attended this particular conference from India? Okay, Nandula Raghuram. He is a professor from Indraprastha University, and he is also chairing this particular International Nitrogen Initiative. He is the first Asian and even Indian to chair this particular International Nitrogen Initiative. And this particular conference focuses that, emphasizes that not only carbon dioxide, there are other greenhouse gases like nitrous oxide, which are having higher greenhouse potential or higher global warming potential. These to be addressed. For example, if you try to see the descending order of global warming potential of various gases, CFC is more than nitrous oxide, which is having more potential than methane, which is having more potential than carbon dioxide. This is what the ascending list. So here, this particular initiative specifically advocates nitrous oxide is having 300 times more global warming potential than the carbon dioxide. So we have to address these type of gases by the policy initiatives. So this is what the basic concern of this particular meeting. Next important current affair, 24th BIMSTEC Day, which is celebrated on June 6th. So what is BIMSTEC? Bay of Bengal Initiative for Multi-Sectoral Technical and Economic Cooperation. Bay of Bengal Initiative for multi-sectoral technical and economic cooperation. So what are the countries which are members of this particular BIMSTEC? We have Bangladesh, okay. Secondly, Bhutan, India, Nepal, okay, along with Sri Lanka, Myanmar, and India. Of course, we have added India, Thailand. So who is the chair of this particular BIMSTEC? Now it is chaired by Sri Lanka, and the headquarters are located in the Dhaka of Bangladesh. Okay, so the Secretary General is Tenzin Lakefell. Tenzin Lakefell. Okay, who is the current Secretary General? Okay, Then coming to the next important current affairs, uh, Raimona National Park, which is the 6th national park in the state of Assam. Very, very important, my dear friends. Okay, it is the 6th national park in the state of Assam. So question may come, what is the which of the following national park is the national park from Assam? So that way it may be asked. Raimona National Park is the what is the number of the Raimona National Park? So in that way also the question may be asked. Okay, it is in the Bodoland territorial area. Okay, right. Bodoland. Just a second. Bodoland territorial area, and it is also integral part of Manas Biosphere Reserve. Manas Biosphere Reserve. So then it is located in Switzerland. What is that city? Lausanne. Lausanne city of the Switzerland. He is the first Indian, of course, and he is also serving as Vice President of Indian Olympic Association. Vice President of Indian Olympic Association. Okay, then coming to other important current affair, actually NTAB scheme. NTAB scheme. What is NTAB? So you are having N. N means young, tab means tablets. So tablets are given to the tabs are given to the young people. Okay, ranging from 6th class to 12th class. Okay, for their educational purpose. How many tabs are going to be distributed? 12,300 tablets are being distributed. Where these are distributed? In the Union Territory Ladakh. In the Ladakh, these are going to be distributed. So this is a scheme of Ladakh. And moreover, this Ladakh Union Territory is also reimbursing. It is going to reimburse the expenses of the students who have taken the coaching. Okay, whatever the coaching they are going to take, like for the competitive examination, for the entrance examination, for all these things, the government will be reimbursing such a fees. And moreover, those students who have cleared UPSC prelims, those students are going to be given 1,54,000 or 1.54 lakh money for those who have cleared the UPSC prelims. Okay, then who is the Lieutenant General of Ladakh? R.K. Mathur. R.K. Mathur is the Lieutenant General of Ladakh. It is the second most populated union territory. Okay, first most is Delhi. Okay, right. Okay, thank you, friends. Thank you for listening this video, and I will meet you with the next video. Thank you so much.